Proverbs chapter 8, the excellence of wisdom in creation and life. Proverbs chapter 8 is a rich and poetic passage that presents wisdom as a living, active voice calling out to humanity. In this chapter, wisdom is personified as a woman who publicly offers her guidance, truth, and value to all who are willing to listen. This portrayal is not merely symbolic but serves as a theological and moral invitation for people to pursue what is lasting, righteous, and aligned with the purposes of God. From the outset, wisdom is described as crying out in public spaces, on high hills, at the crossroads, and by the gates of the city. These locations are significant because they represent places of decision-making, authority, and community interaction. Wisdom does not hide in private corners. She calls out to all, including the simple and the foolish, urging them to learn prudence and understanding. Her message is accessible and clear, aimed at every person regardless of their level of education or social standing. The tone of the passage suggests urgency and deep concern, as if wisdom knows the dire consequences of being ignored. The value of wisdom is emphasized through comparison with material wealth. She urges people to choose instruction over silver and knowledge over fine gold. Rubies, one of the most precious stones in the ancient world, are declared inferior to wisdom. This emphasis underscores a fundamental biblical truth, that spiritual and moral insight is more valuable than any worldly possession. Wisdom's words are righteous and true, never crooked or perverse. She speaks plainly to those who seek understanding, and her counsel leads to a life of integrity and discernment. In the middle section of the chapter, wisdom describes her role in the governance of the world. She claims to dwell with prudence and to possess knowledge, discretion, and strength. Through her, kings reign, rulers enact justice, and leaders govern wisely. This is not just an idealistic view of politics but a declaration that true authority and just leadership are rooted in godly wisdom. Those who seek and love wisdom will find her, and with her come enduring riches, honor, and righteousness. Her path leads through justice and moral uprightness, offering not just prosperity but ethical wealth, a treasure that aligns with God's character. Perhaps the most profound portion of Proverbs 8 is found in verses 22 to 31, where wisdom speaks of her origin and her presence at creation. She declares that the Lord possessed her at the beginning of His way, before the world began. This poetic expression suggests that wisdom is not a later addition to God's work but was foundational, present before the oceans, mountains, skies, and even the dust of the earth were formed. Wisdom was beside God like a master craftsman, rejoicing in the creation and especially delighting in humanity. This passage elevates wisdom to a cosmic level, giving it eternal significance. Many Christian theologians have drawn parallels between this description and the Logos, the Word of God, in John 1, seeing in this chapter a foreshadowing of Christ, who embodies divine wisdom. The chapter concludes with a passionate plea: listen, be wise, and do not ignore wisdom's instruction. Those who heed her will be blessed, finding life and favor from the Lord. In contrast, those who reject or hate wisdom harm themselves and ultimately choose death. The dichotomy is stark but intentional. Proverbs often sets before the reader two paths, one of wisdom and life, and one of folly and destruction. Here, that choice is made even more urgent, as wisdom herself warns that to ignore her is to despise one's own soul. In summary, Proverbs 8 is a compelling call to embrace divine wisdom, which is more valuable than riches, foundational to just leadership, present in creation, and essential for life. It portrays wisdom not as abstract theory but as a living voice offering truth, guidance, and blessing to those who will listen. The chapter invites every reader to seek wisdom diligently, to treasure it above all else, and to walk in the fear of the Lord, because to do so is to choose life itself.
Chapter 8. Does not wisdom cry out, and understanding lift up her voice? She takes her stand on the top of the high hill, beside the way where the paths meet. She cries out by the gates at the entry of the city, at the entrance of the doors. To you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of men. O you simple ones, understand prudence. And you fools, be of an understanding heart. Listen, for I will speak of excellent things, and from the opening of my lips will come right things. For my mouth will speak truth. Wickedness is an abomination to my lips. All the words of my mouth are with righteousness. Nothing crooked or perverse is in them. They are all plain to him who understands, and right to those who find knowledge. Receive my instruction, and not silver, and knowledge rather than choice gold. For wisdom is better than rubies, and all the things one may desire cannot be compared with her. I, wisdom, dwell with prudence, and find out knowledge and discretion. The fear of the Lord is to hate evil. Pride and arrogance, and the evil way, and the perverse mouth I hate. Counsel is mine, and sound wisdom. I am understanding, I have strength. By me kings reign, and rulers decree justice. By me princes rule, and nobles, all the judges of the earth. I love those who love me, and those who seek me diligently will find me. Riches and honor are with me, enduring riches and righteousness. My fruit is better than gold, yes, than fine gold, and my revenue than choice silver. I traverse the way of righteousness in the midst of the paths of justice, that I may cause those who love me to inherit wealth, that I may fill their treasuries. The Lord possessed me at the beginning of his way, before his works of old. I have been established from everlasting, from the beginning, before there was ever an earth. When there were no depths, I was brought forth, when there were no fountains abounding with water. Before the mountains were settled, before the hills I was brought forth. While as yet he had not made the earth or the fields or the primal dust of the world. When he prepared the heavens, I was there. When he drew a circle on the face of the deep, when he established the clouds above, when he strengthened the fountains of the deep, when he assigned to the sea its limit, so that the waters would not transgress his command, when he marked out the foundations of the earth. Then I was beside him as a master craftsman, and I was daily his delight, rejoicing always before him, rejoicing in his inhabited world, and my delight was with the sons of men. Now therefore listen to me, my children, for blessed are those who keep my ways. Hear instruction, and be wise, and do not disdain it. Blessed is the man who listens to me, watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoever finds me finds life, and obtains favor from the Lord. But he who sins against me wrongs his own soul. All those who hate me love death.